welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft with me, Lucy. It's October, which is officially spooky season, and I had many ideas for what I should do in my world to celebrate this fantastic time of the year, but somehow the copper drop crept up on me. I completely forgot about it coming out. I think Minecraft Live kind of overshadowed the release date for me a little bit with the announcement of the Mounts of Mayhem. So I completely forgot about it actually coming out soon. So here it is, it's live, and we're here at the pumpkin farm to, of course, get ourselves some carved pumpkins for the new copper golems because they're so cute, and I haven't played around with their mechanics at all. So today it's going to be more of a kind of mess around, goof around episode where we just try things out. I also really want to do some building, but I'm actually, I'll be honest, very short on time this week. So I don't know how much I'll be able to get done. I just want to relax, have fun, and see everything new in the update in my world. And I'm already sort of walking around and thinking, oh my goodness, there's so many places I could put shelves. So many places. Everything will look better with shelves. Everything. We could update these to shelf benches, maybe. I don't know. It's always a little bit bittersweet to update. Why they're not here? It's always bittersweet updating something that already exists in the world, and I would prefer to build something new, so maybe we'll do that. But here, let's go check our copper supply. I'm pretty sure I have loads. I do. Great, let's go into it straight, I suppose, with a waxed normal one. And we're gonna need shears. I've got shears. I'm so well prepared. Okay, let's go make ourselves a little copper golem, huh? So cute. It's so cute. Yes. Hello, baby. Hello. Incredible. Oh, they're so cute. Maybe let's get a few different colors as well. I love copper. I think it's very slowly but steadily become one of my favorite blocks in the game, especially the in-between stages. But I'm starting to appreciate the normal copper and the oxidized version a lot more as well recently. I think I just like colors, and copper has got so many colors. Okay, let's try this. Although this just makes more sense, doesn't it? Oh, the chest combined. Ah, okay. Okay, I did not expect that. I suppose let's make you first. Okay, so it combines into whatever chest was there existing already. They're so cute. Now, I do want to at some point build a whole storage room that would at least use this mechanic to an extent, but probably not today. I'm going to need to figure out exactly how these guys work first. So if we pick these up, what are they going to do? Oh. He's oxidized already. Oh, they're so cute. So I have to fully, there you go, I have to fully unoxidize you for you to start moving. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love them. They're so cute. Honestly, I wouldn't mind them just kind of hanging around and bringing some life to the base. Actually, I'm curious how their pathfinding works, if they would eventually wander quite far away from this or not. I mean, this guy's already made it all the way over to the farms, so maybe they do wander quite a bit when they don't have a chest. Let's see, can you kind of lead them here? If I put a chest in here, it doesn't seem like they... Oh, one's detected it. Okay, all three of them have. What about this guy? Is he smart enough to pathfind over there? Oh my goodness, he is! Wait, look at how they're all moving in sync. Oh my goodness, it's just like the little animation that was released before Minecraft Live, with all the copper golems kind of walking in a row. I can't believe they actually kind of just do that naturally in game. That's so cute. I wasn't recording, but I was just gushing over how cute these little guys are, and as an experiment, I dropped some grass blocks in here to see if they could find the chest that is all the way over here for them to pick up, actually to place it into. And it looks like they can't. They kind of only check these chests, and they decide to settle on the only empty chest in here, which is very smart, honestly. And I'm curious if there's a way I could adapt this storage room so I have a copper chest per third of my storage room. But I think the floor would have to be probably at this level, because you can reach one down the same block and one up, I'm pretty sure. So we'd definitely need to raise all of this up. It does mean that making a storage room using these guys would be a very interesting design, because it'd have to be either with a lot of little floors and like staircases for them to go up, or put most of your chests kind of in the floor area, which is interesting. And they're still checking the chests. Okay, you're so cute. You're so cute. But let's check out the other blocks as well. So I noticed straight away that the dyes now look different. And you know what? I quite like it. It definitely helps, I think, differentiate them a lot faster. The colors obviously are your main kind of difference here, but I'm sure it's really nice for colorblind players that they're not all the same shape anymore. Okay, now let's make some copper stuff. So first off, our many stacks of lightning rods now oxidized. So if I place these down, eventually they're going to change the stage of their copper. And also, what are the crafting recipes? I can make a chest. Oh, that's with the honeycomb. Okay. If I make a copper ingot, ooh, copper bars. I love these. I think the different versions of copper bars are gonna be so good for building. Let's see. Is there anywhere I could try these out where it feels natural? Ooh. Ooh. If we could... Oh, I forgot this just digs me in. If we could replace these ones like so with copper, and as it oxidizes, it's gonna look, well, rusty, right? With the water. Why am I bouncing? Yeah, I think we're gonna have to wait a little while to see the payoff on that, but I think that's gonna look really good. And even as it is, honestly, it's like a nice little breakup in the iron bars texture. Okay, anything else I can pop these on? Oh, you know, these would actually look really good, I think, with the chandelier. I'm not gonna mess with the chandelier. And it actually might be too coppery if I do swap these out to copper chains, add copper lanterns, but it would look cool, wouldn't it? Alright, next up we have some other new recipes. So first we have all these tools and stuff. I think they're in between stone and iron, I'm pretty sure. I might just craft one just to see how it looks. So let's get a helmet and put it on. Oh, it kind of works well with my eyes, actually. Oh, I quite like it, but I won't be using it, but I do quite like it. And I think it's going to be really cool to put on armor stands and stuff, and obviously nice for early game that I'm not in anymore, but definitely nice. We have all these different cool weapons. We have all these different cool tools as well with copper. Now, the real star of the show, maybe the copper chains. I love them. And actually, funny story, I think when the snapshots first came out, or was it the Bedrock updates? I'm not sure. There was one update where they introduced the copper nugget, and that was it. There was no copper chain or copper lantern recipes. I actually said to my friends, I was like, I think that's kind of signifying that we're gonna get the copper equivalents of the iron nugget recipes, like the lanterns and the chains. And of course, I was right. In a typical Lucy fashion, I was absolutely right. So I love these things. I've already made a video on using them in the foliage, and the weathered copper chains are definitely going to be an all-time favorite. So big fan of that. And now let's get more nuggets. And we could also do... Oh, there's these two copper torches. Now, I don't know how I feel about these. They're going to be good for lanterns, sure. But on their own, I guess it's kind of like the blue torches that I never use. They're there as an option. And I appreciate having options. I haven't got a use case for them yet, but I'm sure I will one day. And it's always nice to have options of different lights we could use. I was about to put them away, but you can use them as like but you can use them in a copper lantern recipe, kind of like what you would expect it to look like. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I wish I could show you guys what the oxidized versions look like straight away, but because we're crafting them with nuggets and ingots instead of full blocks. We can't. Wow. Actually, let's let's make a few more because I love these things. They're actually I wish we had options to make these with non-green inside, like the same as the iron lanterns. Like an option, like a different recipe that lets you put in normal torches inside. So then we could have like, oh, I can't hang these together. Okay. So we could have that same like warm glow inside of this one. But I suppose that's just another way to make sure that these are completely different items. And I could appreciate that. I just realized that this is stripped and this is not. Ah. Wait, this isn't either. Which was correct? Well, they're all stripped now. I think strip's correct. I think. Now, the Copper Age, as the name suggests, obviously focuses on the copper items, but we do have the new shelves blocks, which I know we need strip blocks for. Oh, I have a whole bunch of stripped birch, a little bit of stripped jungle, not much stripped dark oak. Oh, let's just get the ones I already have stripped. I don't know how many I need. I think I need, is it 6 logs per shelf? Okay, there we go. That's a pretty, I was gonna say that's a pretty expensive recipe, but you do get 6 shelves, which I think is pretty good. And this thing is going to be incredibly useful, I think. So let's start off with the mangrove, because these are so cute. Now, I'm not saying we need to change this roof, and I probably won't, but I want to see what it would look like with shelves instead of the glass. Honestly, let's take a step, like, let's take a further away look. It's definitely different. I don't think it has the same width as a glass pane. No, it's not half a block. Yes, the glass pane I think is basically exactly half a block when it's connected to something. And this is more in between half a block and a trapdoor. But they do look super cute. Actually, let's discuss the functionality of these before we head into the actual build cases with it, because I'm sure there's so many places we could use them. But functionality, you could put, you can put items in it, and then if you click them, you can take them out. Super cool. And then, you know what? Let's just set this up. Actually, that's the wrong order. Yeah, can you put filled bundles in it? Oh, you can. You can put filled bundles. Oh, that's useful. I don't know. We're just gonna fill every spot and see what it looks like. So the block objects kind of stick out 3D, but I do see the tools and the like kind of flat 2D objects look really good. And then if we do this right and we redstone and toggle these, oh, these all connect. And then if I clear this, oh, it just puts everything in. And if I click it again, it just takes everything out. That's so useful. That's so useful. It's so good. Actually, obsessed. Okay, let's turn one off. What? Oh, I can't. I've got a big X. So there's no way to individually put these in, but now if I remove that, okay, it puts the last 3 slots. Interesting. I would expect it to do the first 2. Okay. What if it's like this? Also the last 3 spots. Okay, what if you break that? Also, okay, I wonder how that's calculated. So then I assume if it's just disconnected, yeah, it just does the last 3. And then if you do this one, it will also do the last 3? Yeah. Okay, so it looks like it just always prioritizes the last kind of 3 slots. But these are so cool. I can see these being super useful to set up when you're building somewhere and you want to just very quickly kind of swap your items in your hotbar. Or maybe you could have like a weapons one set up. It's a little bit absurd, the fact that the horse has managed to climb all the way on top of this wagon. Hello. But I just had to show off, like, I didn't realize this straight away until I actually played around with these in-game, but all of these have got different back textures. They also have slightly different front textures as well, which is so cool. Mojang have done such a good job with these blocks. Really, I love them all. And actually, I wanna, I think if I do this fast, I should be okay. You're not gonna escape, are you? No. Oh, of course you are. Okay, well, that's just life, I'm afraid. And we'll never be able to get him back in there. But I'm not emotionally attached to this wagon, so I wanted to see if we could do like a little shop thing here. Wait, that's so cute. Little flowers. That's so cute. Okay, where's this villager? Are you ever gonna get back in? What if I do this? No, there's no way you're gonna. Hello. You know what? I don't even care. Be stuck there forever. That's fine. I'll fix it at some point later. Right now, shelves are the priority, and I love them. Let me go get more flowers. Let me go get more flowers. Cute, cute. Oh, you're trying to get back in? Oh, you are? I don't know, mate. You're the one that escaped. Look how cute these shelves are. Giving gradients within blocks, guys. Now, I do have a building plan for this episode, and it's nothing too big, but there's something I've been neglecting for a while, and that is this bridge right here. This actually was made, I want to say, a year ago now. That is crazy how fast that has gone by in a blink of an eye. But I remember, I think around this time last year, maybe it was November, maybe it was late October, somewhere in that time I got quite ill, and I ended up building this without recording it because, well, I was unwell, and I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice, but I'm actually fighting a cold just now. Thankfully, it's not as serious as last time, and hopefully it's going to stay that way, but it just sort of reminded me that I kind of did this while half delirious, and I have never really liked it. I mean, you can tell from the fact that this is not even like textured in any sort of way. So I think we're gonna maybe tear this down. We've already used some copper in here, and I do like the use of tuff here around the sides as well. But I think this could be made to look so much better and interesting with some of the new blocks. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna take some of this down, figure out a design, maybe just for one side, and if we really don't like it, we'll swap it out. But I do want to also texture this to an extent, so I have a deep slate and stuff on me. I don't know if I brought a stone cutter, but that's okay. That's a problem for another day. And I made this all out of slabs. I don't actually think we need to have it all out of slabs. We just need slabs when there is a step. So that means I can use a few different blocks in here on the floor. And this just reveals how ugly the river is underneath. But I have been converted to be a Silk Touch Deep Slate fan. So I'm going to use some of this, some of the real deep slate as well, and just slowly texture away at this and work something out. I think we're going to need quite a few of these guys as well. So I'm going to de-wax these. These are obviously from a trial chamber, so they come pre-waxed. And we're just gonna do this. This feels kind of awful, actually, to like, I bring you to life. Please become a statue. Oh, you're so cute. You're all so cute. Oh, that one's somehow immediately become one on top of the golem. That's kind of cool. Have fun here, guys. No. It's actually kind of hard to tell. Oh, you're a statue. You are as well. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. If I put them all in the same position in a stack, they do. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, you can actually get these so fast. I thought I would have to wait around for ages to get the statues, but I really don't. Like... Oh. And also a whole bunch of copper chests at the same time. Oh. Don't know what I'll use the copper chest for, but it's always handy to have them. Oh, they're lining up! They're lining up for the chest! That's so cute! You guys are so cute. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye forever. Actually, now that I've retextured it, I don't love this as much. I think one big thing about this bridge that always stood out to me was just how flat the section is. The whole thing is very kind of flat and a little bit boring, to be honest. So I'm thinking maybe we can do some sort of stairs in here to kind of give it a little bit of a groove. I'm not sure. Maybe it'd be better on this side. Let's try a couple things out to see if we can give this floor a little bit more dimension to it. I gotta say, I don't think it looks good this way or this way, no matter how we add the dimension into the floor. And this just reminds me of something I said in a video long ago now about shapes, textures, and colors, and this certainly does apply to builds. If something is not interesting by shape or color, to be interesting by texture, right? And vice versa. If something is like a triangle, shape, color, and texture. This was specifically referring to clothes, but I do think this very much does apply to Minecraft builds and stuff. So we don't really have an interesting color here because we're just going for the grays. We definitely did not have an interesting texture before because it was just all deep slate, and we're working on that, but even this isn't that interesting. And then we definitely don't have an interesting shape. It's very bare bones actually as far as shape goes, and this doesn't quite look right either, not quite what I pictured. So I'm thinking maybe texture or color is the way to go. Maybe a little bit of everything and not too much of anything. That's also a valid option. Maybe we just add a couple slabs here and there to kind of create some unevenness in the road. I don't actually kind of like that. I feel like the bridge needs to look structurally sound. At least for like the kind of entrance that this is a grand entrance to our city, and you know, this needs to be almost equally as impressive as the gates. So we've not even got into the copper bit. We're just kind of stuck over deep slate just now, which is kind of embarrassing actually. I never really liked these railings, I just kind of settled on them, so let's remove them and maybe try out the new copper bars. I think those could be very fun here. So I've tried out a couple things out here for the sides of the bridge, and I don't love any of it. I think we have to play around a little bit longer. I do want to use the statues, I just don't know how this kind of works, I think, but I did really like it for the lower sections, so I don't know. I'm also waiting for all this copper to age. We have one of the bulbs that has aged, and I think the shelves help to bring at least a little bit of that dimension in this way, so it's getting better. It's getting better, but it's not quite there. That is so incredibly rude. Owie. Give me the trident. Ah. This is this is strange. It almost looks like it's holding the trapdoor, the little copper golem. I don't know, I need to let this oxidize and see how the whole thing works, because right now the orange isn't working, but I'm really looking for this weathered tone here instead. I decided to kind of swap the color scheme to a bit more green than the orange was initially. And I actually think this will really help to kind of tide over this color transition we got going on here anyways. We've got a lot of the bright sort of copper tones here, but then we bring in a lot of greenery, and I think just transitioning that copper to the greener version is just going to tie everything together. I kind of like that. I don't think we could have this the same way though. I think we're going to have to remove these. But I kind of dig that little street lamp design. I kind of do. I think this is the closest I've been to happy with this bridge, and I still don't know 100% until everything ages over. But I do think the unique silhouette of these lampposts, it kind of makes a big difference. I don't know, it really changes the vibe of the bridge. And then we also have a lot more light here coming in from these frog lights, which are obviously because of my new frog light farm from a couple episodes ago. And yeah, I'm quite chuffed. I will need to extend this out to this direction at some point, but I was thinking, while all our copper is aging, something else that's been really bothering me about this entrance is kind of this area here. I never really knew what to do with it, so I put a little garden here, and I think this was meant to be temporary, so it's time to time to replace it. And I actually think going out this way, I would really love it if there were some trees here to kind of frame your view onto the bridge. So maybe we'll put in some trees here, and those willowy trees I made for my last video all about the copper plants would kind of go perfectly here. I don't know, I think some trees will be really nice actually, just to bring a little bit more green into here. That's actually kind of why I added these mossy cobble and bricks. was because I thought when in doubt and I really don't like something, normally just adding a bit of green really helps. I thought about adding like actual leaves and flowers here, but it didn't really make sense, so we went for mossy. And you know what, even with the copper being the way it is, it kind of looks good, but I think it's really all going to come together once everything is this weathered shape. Here we have the very humble beginnings of a tree, and just now I can start seeing how this is actually going to frame the view. And I think I'm going to like the one on this side. It's going to be very similar. Maybe it'll overhang a little bit more, I'm not sure. But I think this is pretty good. And if you go the other way as well, I think I'm going to like what this is going to do, because if we ignore all the scaffolding, I think the tree is going to cover a lot more of the autumn forest over there. So I'll make it a lot more impressive as you come into here, into the cherry blossom square here, and the view really opens up on both sides, hopefully. I'm not sure. This is such an interesting part of the base, because we're going to have a kind of green tree here with like spruce and birch leaves. We're going to have these little mangrove leaf apple trees, orange trees. I don't remember what I initially said these were going to be. We're going to have a cherry blossom tree right in the middle. We're going to have these golden ones over here. And then just basic vanilla trees over this side, which I'll probably need to upgrade at some point. So it's going to be an interesting look coming in here, but you know what? I still like it. I think it's different. It's unique. I don't mind 65 shades sitting here waiting to age that I'm gonna need for these trees. Some of this is now started to age a little bit more as well. Some of these copper trapdoors, but God, does it take a very long time. Now I know that copper ages slower if it's all stacked together. I know. But I didn't think the difference would be so big that I have built this entire tree and none of the copper here has aged. So I just kind of gave up and started putting it on the tree. And lo and behold, it aged. slowly but surely. Well guys, I cannot believe what a difference putting those trees in has made. Now, I didn't talk much throughout this process because, well, I'm sure you can hear why. Oh no. But it's made such a big difference. I just want to show these off to you guys. I love them. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting better at building trees. I mean, I love these. These are pretty horrendous. This one has really struggled from size issues. And these two trees, while both of them are very much imperfect, I actually prefer this one way more to this other one. This is the first one I built, so I think I spent a little bit more time refining it. And now I'm out of time. Take a look at them. They're so pretty. They're actually so pretty, and I think they frame this entrance so well. Come over this bridge, and all you can see really is the gate with the stairs. And I don't know, I just think it looks so cool. I'm very proud of myself for doing these. Now, of course, our copper has not aged a bit in the time it took me. I mean, this has been many Minecraft days. And you can at least age down a little bit. The same on the bridge. I don't know what's going on. I just need these to shift down one stage and they're just not doing it. Oh, the copper. The copper bars have finally done it. Taking so long, but it's doing it. I am excited to see how well this all blends together once they are all the right color. But oh my goodness, I actually went all out on these trees, didn't I? We've got the floating candles, the glass panes, the glass blocks. We have the pickles over there, bushes with moss on them. Yes. I made sure that we can see the branches at times. They're a little bit more visible. Actually, this one could maybe be more visible, but you can still see the branches at certain angles. I feel like that really helps with making the tree look a bit more realistic. Yeah, I think this one needs a little bit more work. And look, I even used like prismarine half slabs. That's how brave I was feeling today. And dare I say, I knocked it out of the park here. This is so much better than what we had before. With just random bunch of flowers and stuff. Now, I don't want to AFK in this world, but in this instance, I might break my own rule because I have to, well, I suppose I don't have to, but I really want to upload this video in exactly 12 hours from now. Just under that actually. But the problem is, first off, that I haven't even started editing, and second off, that this is right now 20 past midnight. So to upload at lunchtime, it's gonna mean I'm gonna need to edit this real fast and also get good sleep and all the other things I need to do in my day, and also sleep well because yeah, I need the rest. I definitely need the rest. So I'm gonna leave this running whilst I edit, and then if it's not aged, it's not aged. We're just gonna have to make do. So you might have to find out next episode. But yeah, I'm gonna go get do. I'm gonna go do things. Yeah. So that last clip was about 2 hours ago. So yes, I'm still awake. It's 2:30 a.m. I've stayed up for a very good reason though. If I sound more choked up than before, it's because of my cold, but also I was staying up watching Kurt J. Mac reach the Farlands, which if you haven't heard of, the man has been walking for 14.5 years to reach the Farlands, and I was there. I was in Tusha. I'm so happy. I'm delighted, and yeah, I could talk about it for a very, very long time. But as you may imagine, I need to actually go to bed. So I just wanted to show how much has aged in 2 hours. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Basically none of this. And I suppose it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, I'm still really happy with everything I've done this episode. I really thought this was going to be a throwaway episode because of, well, my time and health issues. But not to yap on about it, but I do think I kind of pulled through here. Yeah, I'm really happy, and I'm going to be putting more time towards single player in the future. And I actually want to leave this episode off with a question for you all. I am nearing 2 really big milestones. 2 whole really big milestones. First, we're right on the verge of 1,000 subscribers, and hopefully I will be reaching that at some point soon in the near future if all things go well. And so my question for that is, what should I do for that? Q&A? A stream? I don't know. Like, what do people normally do for 1,000 subs? I actually don't know. So if there's anything specific you think would be cool, please do let me know. And second off, next month, November 3rd, I think, November 4th, I'm so bad, I don't remember my own world anniversary day or when the first video went live, but I know in November, start of November, we're gonna hit 2 years, and I have an idea for what I might do for that. But if you have any suggestions for that as well, please let me know. What would be fun to do to celebrate 2 years of this beautiful, beautiful world that we've all worked on? I mean, I worked on and you guys came along for the ride, but it feels like a collaborative effort because I could not have done it without you all. I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you like the Copper Age update. I have really enjoyed playing around with it today. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye!